Hey, what's going on? So, this video is going to be actual day one orientation. It's still 2nd of December. My last video was also 2nd of December, but I was just getting into the Red Roof Inn. I don't know if you can see from here, this is not the Red Roof Inn. I have a roommate over at the Hallmark. And then I had all my bags with me. I checked out of the hotel. I walked over to the Hallmark because I wanted to make sure I get over here in time to catch the shuttle. The guy at the Red Roof didn't know if the shuttle was going to come by there or not, and they don't. Shuttle does not come by the Red Roof. So yeah, I get over to the Hallmark, and it's like 6:15 by the time I get to Hallmark, and the last shuttle runs at 6:30. So I get there at 6:15. That 6:15 bus is leaving. It says it runs every 15 minutes. It didn't. What happened was I got there at 6:15. That bus was leaving. I went directly into the office there and told them I was with Western Express orientation. There's a whole bunch of people still outside, and I told them I needed a room. So they gave me a key to a room. There was a guy in the room. Well, his bags were here anyway at 6:15 this morning. So I quickly just threw my bags on the bed and booked it back over to wait for the bus. So I'm sitting there, and man, it's like I said, it's 6:15. That one bus left. Next bus didn't come till 6:45. So once you get there, there was 100 and there's probably 100 people easy. Some of those were guys that were finishing up their orientation, whatever. They were getting their trucks or whatever, or they were going off to finish up load securement that was started, last week at some point because Thanksgiving or whatever. So we get in there. They split people up. Like you see, I got a green band on my arm. So they split people up. It's like a blue, yellow, and green groups. Everybody's on a different schedule. Mine started with they were checking credentials, so I guess everybody checks credentials first, and then they go they get split up into their groups, whatever. Right? Follow your schedule, right? So check the credentials, check my CDL, check my medical card, social security card, and my long form DOT. Now mine is still good until August of 2020. So I didn't have to go through an additional step of sitting down at the computer, filling out the DOT physical, questionnaire, and then having to sit there and wait on the doc to do because they do DOT physical on site. But I did have to go take my piss test, right? My suggestion, don't piss in the morning. If you get over there, just wait because they're going to do a piss test first thing in the morning. Everybody's doing it, right? So we finished with that. Sat around for a while because they only take like a handful of people, like 4 or 5 people at a time to do the road. You'd make like a little 5-mile loop, couple of right-hand turns, some left-hand turns, whatever. I did all right. It's an automatic truck. All the trucks are automatic. The brakes on my truck were super touchy. It's like I could mash on it and it didn't feel like I was moving at all, and then all of a sudden it was just like a hard brake. So I had to figure that out or whatever. You took a couple points off, said I was hard braking, but whatever. Anyway, yeah, so we get back about 11:30, and everybody's already eaten. Everybody already ate lunch. They handed out little chicken sandwiches wrapped up in foil, a little bag of chips, and you can get like a bottle of water or something. Nothing special. There is a Subway right across the thing, but the chicken sandwich is free, whatever. It held. So yeah, so after lunch I started doing like online training. They give you like a username and a password so you can do like online sustainment training or whatever. Now there's a lot of videos to watch. I still didn't finish them all, and I sat there for almost 3 hours watching the videos. Bring headphones, bring a wired set of headphones, because if you have the wireless, they're probably gonna die while you're watching the videos. So unless you bring like an additional charger or whatever. But yeah, like I said, I'm sat there watching videos. Now I'm also listening out for whatever, the ladies calling out, instructions for this and that. And I'm hearing people, man, just like bitching about the length of the videos, and some people trying to scam the system, whatever. You just watch the videos, man. It's a good refresher, whatever. One of the guys was like, yeah, I sent my username and password to my wife. She's watching that shit back home so I can get credit for it. I'm like, all right, whatever. But, yeah, so I do online training. And then one of the videos you want on there, the guy's talking about, kind of like your reputation as a driver and this and that. And I got to thinking, yeah, I mean, it really is about your reputation. If you think Western Express is like a bad company, I mean, the reputation of the company is the drivers, right? So if the drivers are bad drivers, the drivers are, come from whatever, yeah, I mean, they're gonna have a bad reputation, right? So it is what you make it. You come here and you do what you're supposed to do. You make, do good with your DM, and do what you're supposed to do. Run, man. This is the job, driving. And people are like, I want to be at home. Well, if you want to be at home, don't come drive. Especially if this is like your first experience where you already had like something that caused you to come initially to a second chance company. I mean, this is an opportunity, for you to get into the industry, get kind of a good reputation for yourself, because really what your reputation is your driving record, right? So regardless of what you had, that stuff's gonna, be behind you at some point, but your driving record is always going to be current. So, keep your driving record clean, and you can move on from here if you think the company's not that great or whatever. I got a couple bad marks on my driving record. I got 2 speeding tickets this year in my car, and it just, I didn't think I was going to be coming back in the trucking industry, and it just I wasn't protecting my license, but came down to it, I wanted to come back into trucking, and really Western Express was really the only one that was willing to hire me. So, I gotta take my lumps and do what I have to do, to get my record back straight and move on to a better company. But yeah, so around 4:00, we move on to like the E-logs class. Now, this guy, I'm sure this was the 3rd time he had done it today. He went through it real quick. There's like a 20 question like quiz afterwards. The majority of it's just knowing the kind of the ins and outs of hours of service. So if you don't know hours of service, you might struggle on that little 20 question thing, because the instructor is not going to go into detail about the E-logs. Like, I finished my test and I went downstairs, and it was just the green group that was up there doing E-logs. So the blue and the yellow were down in the, downstairs in the main area, watching videos and shit, So I get down there after watching the E-log, or after doing the E-log test, and nobody's in that room. I'm like, oh yeah, it's like dinner time. They're serving dinner too, right? So I go back behind the building. The dinner served in like a little gray trailer in the back. Here's a quick little tip. When you go inside the gray trailer, if they haven't started serving already, go sit next to the door where they're serving, because everybody's kind of bunched up, and if there's people across the other side of the room, when they start serving, you can just hop up and get in line right there. Just step in line. No one's going to say nothing. Everybody's going to get fed. But if you want to wait 20 minutes to get fed, then go stand on the other side and, wait on everybody else. People complain about the meal on YouTube, saying that, some hamburger steak meal, they wasn't going to eat it, it's nasty and this and that. Man, I was in the Army for a long time. I've definitely had worse. I scarfed that thing down. There's a little hamburger steak, some sweet carrots, they were really good. Some like store-bought potato salad, it was fine. And a roll. The roll was soft, it wasn't hard. That was good. You get a bottle of water, and they put some A1 steak sauce on the table. The hamburger steak's kind of dry or whatever, so I suggest using A1 steak sauce if you don't want to eat it. But I thought it was good. It was all right. Yeah, one of the reasons why you want to go ahead and get your dinner quickly is because the bus is going to be out there waiting to go back to the hotel, right? So As soon as I finished eating, man, I booked it up to the front, and the bus is out there waiting. It was almost full by the time I got up there, and it was 4:55 when he left, because the bus was already full. He wasn't supposed to leave till 5, but the bus was already full. When they start busing people back, it's quitting time for everybody around here too, man. So traffic is pretty bad on the little freeway, because the building's right next to the freeway. So, it was like 15 minutes out there. It ended up being over 20 minutes to get back because of traffic. So, yeah, I mean, you want to be on that first bus to get back. What else? I think that's pretty much it for today. I'm back at the hotel now. The homework's not as bad as people are making it out to be. I mean, it's only like 6 p.m. now. I'm not even sure what time it is, but the homework's not as bad as people make it out to be. It's like the room is all right. You might end up with a roommate. My guy's, he's pretty cool, man. We just had a long conversation, just talking about life or whatever. But I mean, maybe it gets sketchy at nighttime. I don't smoke, so I mean, I got no reason really to go outside. But it didn't look that bad to me out there for right now, anyway. I don't know if it gets, pimps and hookers after midnight or something like that, but whatever. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Try to do another video tomorrow for orientation day 2. Oh, speaking of, my schedule shows 3 days of regular orientation and then 3 days of load securement, because I'm doing the flatbed. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, regular orientation. All those van guys are going to be gone after that. And then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I asked the instructor when I was doing the road test, because he's the sustainment instructor, the load securement. God, I can't think right now. I've only had like 2 hours of sleep. So anyway, yeah. So that's pretty much it, I guess, for today. I'll try to do another video tomorrow, I guess. Let y'all know what's going on for day 2. Like I said, I'm on that green schedule, so if you're yellow or blue, your day may end up being a little bit different. That's it. Like I said, I'll try to make another video for tomorrow. So all right, see you guys.